This session is for OCR FP1. The topic is matrices and we're looking at January 2011 question 1. So in the question we're given three matrices A, B and C. So the matrix A is a matrix with one row and two columns. The matrix B, again one row and two columns, and the matrix C has got two rows and one column. So in part 1 we're just asked to find 2A plus B. In part 2 it's the product of A and C, and in part 3 it's the product of C and B. So if we start just looking at part 1 then, so we're finding 2A plus B, so they do have A and B have the same order, so we are going to be able to add them. So 2A is going to be just 4, 10, and then we're going to add on B, which is 3, negative 1, so we end up with a matrix which is 7, 9. So that should be fairly straightforward. As I say, it's just strange sometimes when we're working with these matrices when they've only got one row or one column. So we're then asked to find in part 2 the product matrix AC. So A is the matrix 2, 5, and C is the matrix 4, 2. Now you do need to be careful here, because in this particular case you have got a matrix which has got one row and two columns, and you're multiplying that by a matrix which has got two rows and one column. So that means your product matrix is just going to have one row and one column, in other words one entry, and that entry is going to be found by multiplying 2 times 4, which is 8, plus 5 times 2, which is 10, so 8 plus 10 is 18, and that is a matrix with one row and one column. And then in part 3 you're asked to find the product matrix CB, so that is going to be C, which is 4, 2, times the matrix B, which is 3, negative 1. So again, it's a good idea just to check what your product matrix is going to look like. So here we have a matrix with two rows and one column, and we're multiplying it by a matrix which has got one row and two columns. So we can multiply them because they've got the same number of columns in the first as we have rows in the second, but our product matrix is actually going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. So it's going to be a square matrix. So if we just check the entries, so it's just going to be 4 times 3 is the first one, then 4 times minus 1, and then 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. And so you end up with a 2 by 2 matrix, which looks like that. If we just look at the marks, there are 2 marks for each part, and basically they're just marks for writing things down. So you're going to get a B mark, if you like, just for each of these being correct. In the second mark you're going to get a B mark just for seeing that it is 18, and then also a B mark for making sure that it is a matrix and that you're giving your answer with the brackets and in the correct form. For the third part there are 3 marks for that, so you're getting 1 mark, a method mark for a 2 by 2 matrix. You're getting an accuracy mark for getting 2 correct elements, and then another accuracy mark for getting the other 2 correct. In other words, 2 accuracy marks if you get all 4 entries correct. So 7 marks in total for that question. So don't forget that if you want to watch further revision videos, then these are accessible by going to the website, and there are links there for revision videos for all specifications.